Arctic char is an iconic cold water species that inhabits the lakes and coastal waters of Canada's Arctic and subarctic regions. Arctic char are long-lived and can be either sea-run or landlocked. Sea-run Arctic char can grow to large sizes and have some of the most beautiful spawning coloration of trout and char, making them the most popular sport fish in the north. The following video will outline critical best practices to use when angling for Arctic char, from proper hook selection to landing and releasing. Hook choice is an important consideration when targeting any fish species. Research has shown injury from deep hooking is a common source of fish mortality, especially if the soft tissues in the mouth or esophagus are punctured. Don't use hooks that are too small or large for the fish you are angling. Large, colorful spoons are popular for spin casting char and are great because you can easily change the type of hook. For catch and release, use single, barbless hooks on your flies or tackle. Pinching down barbs will reduce hooking damage and allow for fast unhooking compared to barbed and trebled gear. Once a char is hooked, anglers should bring in the char quickly to avoid exhausting the fish. The right rod and line can help reduce the time it takes to bring the fish in. Sea-run char can be fished effectively with either spinning gear of light to medium action with 20-pound test line, or 9-foot fly rods from 6 to 8 weight with 30-pound test backing. Anglers should keep tension on the line and reel in consistently. This will not only help the fish, but also increase your landings. Preparing to land your char begins before you hook the fish. Have a net and a set of pliers handy. A good fishing vest is an excellent way to ensure you are never too far from your gear. Nets capture fish much faster than tiring a char to exhaustion and landing by hand. Nets made of rubberized nylon are best because they reduce scale and mucus loss compared to plain nylon. With the char secured in your landing net, it is time to remove the hook. When possible, keep the fish submerged and remove the hook with a set of pliers. Keep your hands wet when handling char to minimize damage to the mucus layer. Mucus removal can increase fungal infection, so touch the fish as little as possible. For deeply hooked fish, cut the line. Research has shown that forced hook removal can damage organs and increase stress associated with overhandling and decrease the fish's chance of survival. If you plan to take a photo of your char, have your camera accessible so you don't overhandle the fish. Once the fish is under control, briefly lift the fish from the water, holding the tail, while securing its weight in the other. Avoid squeezing the tail tightly to limit bruising and mucus loss. Keep the fish out of water for as short a time as possible. Ideally, the fish is dripping water when you get your shot. Alternatively, investing in a good, waterproof camera will allow you to capture amazing photos of your fish without causing potential harm from air exposure. Some of the best photos are taken when the fish is underwater, especially at release. It is now time to release your catch back to the cold, crisp waters of the north. Vigorous fish can be released immediately. If the fish appears to be struggling, you can allow it to recover by gently holding on to its tail. The fish will let you know when it is recovered enough to swim away on its own. By following these simple techniques while angling, we will help conserve Arctic char and support a sustainable catch and release recreational fishery, keeping more fish in the water for anglers to chase another day. Enjoy what our lakes and tributaries have to offer responsibly.